All right. It looks like we are live. We'll see how this goes. So, no one's here quite yet, but for anyone watching this in the future, this is our preamble. So, I'm in another different location, still haven't gotten our shed quite done yet. We're getting close though, you can tell, because if you look right here, I've got paint in my hair. My hair was in a bun the other day when we were painting, and yeah, it got really, I've got some on that side and some on this side. So I'm just still kind of a floating entity until I get like the she shed office thing finished. And let's be honest, when I say me get it done, I definitely mean mostly my husband. I've been working hard as well, but yeah, being pregnant and everything, and also I've got a cold that's kind of been afflicting me this week. I haven't had as much energy as I normally would, so that is where we are. Good morning, Rachel and Lizelle and Arthi. You'll have to tell me if I said that right or wrong. Maybe give me a pronunciation guide if I'm totally wrong on that. But good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. Good morning, Dakota. That's so fun to have you guys hop in here. Last month, I wasn't able to do an actual live chat with you guys, so it's fun to be back visiting with you guys here. Hello, Sabrine and Melis and Violet. Good to see you guys. Oh, good morning, Emma and Yarn Chick 60. Love it. Thank you, Lizelle. I am having a pretty good day. Good morning, Christy's Creations. Yeah, I do have a cold, but you know, when you have a 4-year-old, you're prone to get colds, and when you're expecting, your immune system's a little bit under par anyway. So you know, here we are. This is, you know, my baby belly. It doesn't usually make it into the videos because usually like this is how much of me you guys see, but I am growing a little one in there, and he kicks a lot, which is kind of fun actually. Sometimes when it's my bladder, it's a little bit less enjoyable, but it's always fun to have the reminder that he's doing good. All right, thank you. Oh, good morning, Min from Myanmar. That's awesome. Oh, thank you, Lizelle. So today, the last couple of videos that have been up on YouTube, we've been talking about the Christmas ornament collection, and I wasn't able to get the deer finished in time for the last video. So I want to show those ones to you guys first. So the first deer that I made is this one here, and I ended up adding to the pattern because I wanted the deer to have the option of being either just like a doe without antlers, or a fawn with the spots, or a buck with antlers. So this is the first one that I made, and then I went back and I made a second one. That way I could have the pictures for the pattern. And so this one is the buck. He's got like little tiny antlers. But I tried to do some other things to make him look a little bit bigger, a little more interesting, and it just really wasn't working. It was like one of the versions my daughter thought was like a goofy hat, so she took it and was running around with it, and it wasn't working. So we just kept it simple, just little horns there. So really with this one deer pattern, you could get 3 different kinds of deer. You could get the buck, you could get a doe, you know, without the spots, or you could get a fawn with the spots. So that's kind of the last pattern that I was able to get done for the collection. So wanted to show those to you guys. And if you haven't had a chance to see the rest of the collection, we'll just run through it really quick because that's what I've been working on this last little bit, and then we'll talk about the sale that's going on in just a minute. All right, so other ones, let's see, the other last one that I created was the raccoon, which is here. Personally, I'm a big fan. Is that weird? Is that weird to be a big fan of your work? Like I guess the reason why I say that is because some of the patterns will pull like out the fox, for instance. So like I do love the fox, but earlier this year I did like the baby fox pattern, so I kind of already knew what I was working towards, so it wasn't like that big of a design challenge. Whereas the raccoon, this is the first time I've ever made anything raccoon, so it was pretty exciting to kind of have this new sign, design that I was working toward. So that's why I'm saying like I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of all of them, but this one was pretty exciting to get figured out. Good morning, Kathleen. Thank you for making it to the live chat. Violet's loving the horns on the deer. I'm glad to hear that. That is awesome. Thank you, Penny. Thank you for saying you love my work. It makes me very happy. All right, Lucy's saying that she's made several patterns and is loving them. Thank you so much. That really does mean a lot. Like every creator loves to hear positive feedback. But I think because I've been, kind of sick and kind of low on energy, like anytime people like give me compliments, I'm just like, oh, thank you. A little silly. I'm also like super, emotions are kind of crazy because I'm expecting. So anyway, other patterns in the collection, we've got the hedgehog, and this one's actually the smallest, excuse me, the smallest of all of the patterns. Almost all my patterns end up being, of this collection end up being like 30 stitches around, but because the loop stitches are so tall, this one ended up only being like 25 stitches around, but it still kind of looks, the similar in size because of the fuzzy loop stitches. But yeah, really love this one. I think the loop stitches for the hedgehog are just really fun. Someday I'm going to finish my loop stitch hedgehog pattern. Someday. Good morning, Cynthia and Laura. Oh, this is so fun. I love reading through the comments and seeing how you guys are doing. Dakota says she's really loving this set of ornaments, and they're perfect to work on as she waits for her own little one to arrive. So congratulations, Dakota. That is very exciting. All right, another pattern here in the collection is the moose ornament, and this one was the one earlier. I've kind of been struggling with my Crojo, as my energy's been kind of all over the place. I have to like keep reminding myself that like my body's using a lot of creative energy to like make a child. And so if I don't have like all of the creative energy that I normally would in my head or in my hands, like that's okay. Like it's being used other places. But this one really was like speaking to me. I was really excited to make it. So I'm very happy with how it turned out. Pardon me, I've got to take a drink of water. One thing on this one, the horns actually don't have any like natural shape of their own. They're completely flat. So just like the shape of the horns or the antlers is just something you kind of do with your fingers once you've gotten them attached and they're kind of where you want. And they stay pretty well. I mean, my ornaments have just like been in my crochet bin. And so its antlers have gotten maybe a little bit smushed because it's just kind of in there with everything else. But but I think for the most part, once you kind of get them shaped the way you want to, they'll stay pretty good. All right. Getting people saying they love the deer the most. That's awesome. All right, so then the next one we've got here is the skunk. And this is the very first one to be designed because it was like I just finished the chubby skunk pattern before starting on this collection, so I already had the head figured out. So that was kind of nice, you know, to kind of like have one ready and checked off the list. But excuse me, but I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out and the little stripe down the head there. All right, and then we'll do this one. I also took these out and was doing some more photographing of them yesterday. So there are some like bits of tree and stuff on them anyway. So then we've got this one, which is the wolf ornament. Yeah, there we go. Which I think can double for a husky, definitely depending on which kind of color set you want to go with, whether you're doing like dark gray. This one was made with light gray and white, but you could do dark gray. You could do brown, like wolves come in a lot of different colors, and so do huskies. So you can kind of play around with that one on this pattern. And then the very last one for this collection, as I pull the bits of tree off of it, is the bear. And I don't know, I just think he turned out so cute. And I love that like with bears and you know, some of these other patterns, you can really kind of play with the colors and get like a big variety, you know. So if you wanted to just have bear ornaments, which they are being sold individually on my website, you could do, you know, you could get like this one pattern, and you could do a black bear and a brown bear and a grizzly bear and a polar bear, and you know, like you could kind of play with a little bit more than just doing like just one version. And of course, like lots of people like teddy bears are such a thing that like you could make it in multicolor, you could make it in pink, you know, and it would like people would still really like it. So that's, yeah, just something there. Something I forgot about on the deer when I brought it up the first time. Of course, you can always make the nose red and make this a Rudolph instead of just like a standard deer. So yeah, play with it. Have fun, guys. That's the guys. Mostly ladies, let's be honest. That's the idea, is to kind of have fun with this collection and let your creativity abound. So they're all just gonna sit right here beside me. And I'm gonna take another drink of water. All right. That's awesome. All right. So checking out the comments here. Lizelle says she's getting a Pomeranian. That's exciting. Violet says she loves the moose. Thank you. Melis is saying that in Belgium, they're in confinement, so she's got lots of free time to crochet. I mean, that is the silver lining, right? I mean, no one really wants to be like locked down or stuck. But the plus side is like, all right, we can crochet. We've got time to work through maybe some of the patterns we bought in the past, or to look for new ones to get some inspiration. So that is exciting. Yarn Chick is planning to make some of the patterns for Christmas gifts. Love that. Yeah. It's fun. Hello, Ennis. I'm going to guess that's how you say your name. If it's wrong, go ahead and let me know. So yes. All right, so yes, we've got people asking here. Yarn Chick 60 is asking, will you have the patterns in a set to purchase? Yes. So I got up early this morning and was finishing up the updates to the website. If you guys go to oldsoulcrochetco.com, I'll drop it here in the comments really quick. Ah, Cynthia's got it for me. I'm going to let her do that because I can't type and talk at the same time. Thank you, Sims Crafting World, for taking care of that. So this is kind of the exciting announcement. There is a sale going on. Started today because I finally got it up. So the sale is going to go from between now and Thanksgiving Day. So day after Thanksgiving is when I'll take it down. And it's 50% off site-wide. It's our pre-holiday sale because, let's be honest, as crocheters, we need time to, crochet, not only get the patterns, but like crochet all of this stuff and get it sent off and whatnot. So it might feel like it's a little bit early to be like jumping straight into kind of Christmas. But then again, a lot of crocheters, like we've been thinking about Christmas for quite a few months as we've been working on projects and getting things done. So we're just jumping right into Christmas, let's be honest. All right, hi Lemmies. Thank you for letting me know that that's who you are here in the chat. All right. So yes, the holiday sale is going on right now. Excuse me again. For like the next 2.5-ish weeks, 50% off the entire site. That includes the bundles. So the Woodland ornament collection, the farmhouse ornament collection, is it like the 2018 pattern bundle or something like that? Like those are all also on sale, 50% off. So you guys can go there, shop to your heart's content, hopefully find some good things to make for loved ones and friends for Christmas. So that is that. Another thing on the ornament patterns, they are a limited availability sort of thing, because no one's making, or not no one, I guess, but like people don't typically make ornaments during other times of the year. And so the patterns for all of the ornaments, whether it's a farmhouse collection or the Woodland collection, will be up from now through December 30th. And then they'll be taken off the website and they'll come back holiday season of 2021. So if those are, ones that you're looking at, you can go ahead and snatch those up now while they're on a really good sale and available. So that is that. All right, I'm going to read through the comments here. Let's see. Ennis asks, where am I from? I am from Idaho in the United States. Let's see. Emma says, I just bought the octopus and alpaca and loved working on them. Awesome. Cannot wait to fill the shopping basket with all of your other patterns. I love that, Emma. Thank you. Lizelle's happy about this. Great. Let's see. Violet says, I've been preparing for Christmas for months now. This is surely not too early. Thank you for the sale. Yeah, I mean, when you make things with your own two hands to give as gifts, you really do have to kind of be thinking in advance, because it's hard to make everything at once. Like you just can't make everything at once. So yeah. The nice thing I will say about these ornament patterns, when I had them tested, there are 8 patterns total, and I had them tested in groups of 4. And I had a couple of my testers come back and say, like, I worked these up, these 4 patterns up in one weekend. Like they work up super quick. And some of them, especially if they don't have a lot of like color changes. So the moose and the bear are probably the very fastest to make. Moose, all one color. I mean, other than the antlers. And the bear, there's really only 3 rows and then 1 color change. And so it works up really fast too. So I think this one's probably the fastest overall. And I would say this one would probably take me about an hour and a half, 2 hours to just make the whole thing and be done. So kind of fun, quick makes that if you want to give as gifts would be really great for that. Excuse me, Rachel says, any new design plans for after the baby when your Crojo improves? It's a good question, Rachel. I mean, there's like, ever since I started crocheting, there have been like so many things I've wanted to make. You know, whether like, and some of those are kind of things you guys have seen maybe before, kind of style at least wise or size. You know, I kind of have like the large, the baby patterns and the chubby patterns, and there's still more that I want to make in all of those categories. And then there are some that I'm like really curious about making, maybe making like larger scale, which would be really fun. And playing around with like more stick animals. So like I've got lots of things I want to make. We'll just see like what I actually have time to make and you know how the Crojo is going. So yeah, it's a good question and not really the best answer, but there are lots of things I want to make. Years of designs in me that just, yeah, are just dying to be made. So Violet asks, what are you making for the baby? That is a good question. And I've been kind of busy and overwhelmed, and so I really haven't thought yet. It is something I'm still considering, like trying to decide, do I like make a mobile for him and crochet like a bunch of different little things like that? And or do I just do like a lovey, because those are, you know, pretty snuggly. I'm not sure. Still thinking on it. And maybe it's like once he gets here, I'll be like, oh, you want this toy. I don't know, based on him. Or maybe I'll get some inspiration. Gosh, I can't talk. So that's, yeah. We'll see. We'll see what I'm gonna make for my baby. Good morning, Virgie. I'm glad you're here. Lizelle said I started crocheting because of you. That's awesome. I love that. Penny says I just used my tablet to order. Will the downloads be available in the email confirmation? They should. Yes. And just throwing this out there, if you guys have any issues with the downloads, something happens or you lose a pattern, just email me, Valerie at oldsoulcrochetco.com, and I will get the get the pattern sent to you, so it's taken care of. Dakota said she made the teddy bear lovey for her little one. I love that. That's awesome. The teddy bear is a fun one, especially the lovey, because you can customize it so much depending on what you're doing for fleece and colors, and it's just like endlessly customizable. Oh, thank you, Lemmies. Lemmy said, I also started to crochet because of you. You make your patterns so organized and easier to read than other patterns. Thank you. That means a lot to me. I really, really appreciate that. All right, so jumping into another matter of business. And this one has been something I've been kind of hemming and hawing on and trying to figure out for a while. But I think I've realized that, like, I've got to kind of make some changes in how I'm doing things. I'm probably going to make some changes to how I do videos. And a big change is that starting in January of 2021, I'm going to be closing down my Patreon account. And so for those who don't know, I've at the moment for the last a year and a couple of months, I've had a Patreon account where people have been able to get whichever patterns come out for a $5 monthly subscription, which it's been great. Like, it's been really good for me to like continue to bond with people and like hear feedback and stuff like that. And it's, you know, been something to like to give the people who are supporting me on Patreon, you know, access to patterns a little bit more inexpensively, usually for the most part, than like the normal sale price. So it has been good, and so I've hesitated in the shutting it down. But the reason why I feel like it needs to happen now is because I've realized, I guess, through this pregnancy, that as my energy has just fallen, and my you know, my crochet, my crojo has also kind of been lacking, and I feel like I've just been falling behind in so many places, that, you know, my commitment to the people on Patreon is that I'll have a new pattern for you every month. And I just can't, like, I can deliver on it through the rest of the year. So like November patterns are up, which is the ornament collection. So that is up. And I've got the pattern that's going to be coming up in December, working on getting that typed up and ready to be tested. So, you know, so like I've got through the rest of the year taken care of. But like the end of January is when I'm due. End of January, beginning of February. And I'm just like, at the moment, I'm just out of like patterns. I've got like one left in reserve, but I'm basically out of patterns to put out, and so I can't keep up that end of the commitment anymore. So I'm going to have to bring it down. It might come back another day. I don't know, but for now, we're starting in January is when it's going to come down. So I haven't actually announced this on Patreon yet. I thought I'd do it here, and then I'll go ahead and also do a more formal announcement to just the people on Patreon, so that everyone is in the loop. But that's kind of what I feel needs to happen. So that's kind of a big housekeeping matter. And then a second housekeeping thing, this is, actually, let me take a drink. There we go. So second housekeeping matter, I've been thinking about, and like watching other YouTubers and how they do their videos. And I'm considering, like right now, the way I do my vlogs is I usually have kind of like 3 or 4 vlogs per project. And a lot of other YouTubers I'm seeing, I really love like following dress designers because it's just fun for me. They almost always do their project like beginning, middle, and end all in one video. It's a little bit more, like, easier to consume, like maybe easier to market. Maybe people are more interested in watching all in one video, the process, instead of like kind of segmented out. And so I am considering also trying to do that. Maybe that'll be the video format I go for 2021. So for the last 2 years, is it just let's see, I started in 2018 and in 2019, so this is 2020, so I guess 3 years. Excuse me. I've been doing a weekly vlog. Just this is what I've been working on. Lately I've kind of been switching it into like, this is what I've been working on, like kind of following one project. And I think for 2021, I'm not going to do a weekly vlog necessarily. I might just like record the entire process of one pattern, and then when it's done and tested and everything, compile all, put the video out, and release the pattern so that it's kind of all together. And so yeah, so that's what I'm considering. What that looks like for, I guess, the YouTube world is that it might feel like in January of 2021 that I like fell off the face of the earth. And I didn't. But that's probably what it will feel like. So that is, yeah, that's just kind of like what I've been thinking about as far as, how my business is going and what needs to happen in the future and adjustments and all of that. And I mean, a lot of it is coming because, I do have, major life changes and coming up here quick, which I'm excited for, but I need to adjust kind of what I do and the demands on my time so that I'm not feeling like I'm constantly falling behind over these next like 6 months. With my first child, I didn't really feel human again until she was like 3 months old. And so that's kind of in my mind of like, I've got like 6 months before I'm kind of human again. So we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, so that's kind of the state of the union of the Old Soul Crochet Company world for now. And so like from now to the end of the year, things are going to be pretty much the same. January is when things are going to feel a little bit different. So just wanted to let you guys know that that's what I am planning on doing. All right, so now that I've monologued for a while, I'm going to go ahead and read some of the comments over here. Let's see. All right, Christy's Creations is saying she's going to make the monkey lovey. Very nice. Lizelle saying, like, it's okay. Don't rush. Take your time. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Violet is saying, I think the format depends on the viewers as well as the YouTuber. I started watching Create videos because of you. Well, thanks, Violet. And she said, I think the segments are manageable, and I'm sure that must be the case for newer crocheters. Okay. That's good to know. I appreciate that, Violet. Melis is saying, don't worry, we'll follow you at your rhythm. Thank you. And Rachel's asking, so what's your December design? So the December pattern is going to be a baby dragon. It's very exciting, I think. Still have to work on it. But yeah, I hope you guys will like it. I'm pretty pleased. Yarn Chick is saying, take your time, enjoy the end of your pregnancy and newborn. We'll be here when you get back. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. Thank you guys. Kathleen is saying, being a mom comes first always. Like was said above, we'll still be here following you. Thank you. Lemmy says she's so excited for the baby dragon. Yes. Yarn Chick is too. Very nice. All right. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. It really does mean so much to me to have your support. I mean, it's like on one hand, it's like it's just a crochet business. But at the same time, like I love it. Like I love this crochet business and the fact that you guys love it too, and you're here to support me, and and are excited for what I make, and it's just good. It's just so, it's so good, and I'm so grateful to you for yeah, for just being here, and for your love and support and dedication, and I'm so grateful. So thank you. All right, back to comments. Dakota's saying, I think it's important to adjust your business to meet your needs and not just your followers on Patreon or patrons. Yeah, I agree. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here, is that there needs to be some adjustments, but I think they'll be good. Like, it'll be different, certainly, but I think it'll be good for me. I think taking some of that pressure off to like not have a new pattern every single month will probably also help some of the Crojo come back. So I am excited to kind of take a step forward, some changes, and just kind of see how things go. Rachel says you should make an egg for it to be born in. That'd be pretty cool. I think, Rachel, if I made a chubby sized dragon, an egg would be easier. Like right now, the baby dragon's it's about this big, so it would be kind of a big egg. Very nice. Lamise is saying her birthday's in December, so she's a dragon. Love it. All right, Dakota's saying, I'm excited. I get a baby dragon and a human baby this December. Love it. Very nice. Hello, Simon Santos. All right. Yeah, so that's kind of the important stuff that is coming up here. Forgive me. I have a cold, and just the cough's not going away. Not yet. I've got a lot more energy now than I did earlier this week. So, I guess if anyone has any other questions for me, go ahead and drop them in the comments, and I'll address those really quick here at the end. But I think other than that, we're caught up, which, I mean, that was a decent amount of things to talk about. You know, quick review of the patterns, announcing the sale, and let's see, yeah, talking about, you know, the upcoming changes to the business. So yeah, we've covered a lot. I think it's good for now. Let's see, Violet's saying she's excited to see the baby dragon coming out of the egg. Would be incredible. That would be adorable. Yeah, I just have to think on that. Let's see. Chrissy's Creation says, what was the sale? I missed it. Okay, yeah, so if you check out my website, oldsoulcrochetco.com, you can see everything is 50% off site-wide between now and now and Thanksgiving. So yeah, there's no like code at checkout or anything like that. It's just the whole thing is 50% off. So you can go ahead and find that there. Rachel asks, I forgot the difference between chubby and the baby designs. So I don't have them right here with me right now. But the baby designs are usually about this tall, and the chubby designs are usually about this tall. And chubby designs usually have like the feet that are like triple bobble stitches that are just crocheted as a part of it, whereas the baby designs have like separate limbs that usually move around. So it's mostly a size thing. You know, chubbies are smaller, the baby patterns are kind of medium, and then I've got kind of the large, which are bigger than that. So that's yeah. Melis says, yes. She says, for me, a Belgian girl, when is Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is the 26th. I believe, of this month. So that gives us about like almost three solid weeks of this sale. But yeah, that'll be November 26th. So it'll come down on the 27th. Violet asks, how is your daughter feeling about the new baby? Yeah, you're not the only one who'll have a lot of adjustments. This is true. She is very excited. She's a little bit disappointed that we're not having a girl. Yeah, but she is excited. So I'm grateful for that. And she's she's been throwing out lots of name suggestions, which are terrible. Like like the one she's been promoting the most has been Cheese. She wants to name the baby Cheese. I'm like, no, we're not naming our baby Cheese. You know, or the other day she said, what about Bamboo? No, we're not going to name him Bamboo. So anyway, but we are excited for him to come. Maybe that's a little, I don't know, I think we're all like a little apprehensive just because, you know, it is a big change, but very excited for the baby snuggles, you know, just so excited. All right, let's see. Chrissy's Creation says she just did the chubby horse and it turned out super cute. Love that. All right. See you later, Rachel. Let's see. Virgie saying, I'm finally finishing my Patronus. I'm glad for the sale so I can get the octopus. Thank you so much. That's awesome. All right. Well, it looks like we're about ready to sign off here. So thank you guys all for being here. Thank you again for supporting my work, for hanging out with me here today. If you have crochet friends, go ahead and tell them about the sale. I'm going to try and get this up on my other channels, which I've not been very good about, you know, marketing on or being present on lately. But I'll try and, you know, get this up on like Facebook and Instagram and whatnot so people know about the sale. Anyway, take care, you guys. I hope you guys are staying safe and well, and are excited for the upcoming holiday season. All right. I'm gonna quote Christy right here. She says, have an amazing day, everyone. I love that. So everyone, yes, have an amazing day. Stay well, and we will talk again the first Saturday of December. So, alrighty guys, take care. Bye.